All right, so today we're gonna take a deep dive into a folk tale that's from Ethiopia.
Okay.
And this story is really about love and temptation, and even maybe a little bit about your Instagram feed.
Wow.
And this is coming from a document that we found that was simply labeled PDF 13.pdf.
Interesting.
But don't let that fool you.
Okay.
This is an amazing story.
I love these folk tales. They really cut to the chase about a lot of things in life.
Yeah.
And this one particularly speaks to me about desires and vulnerabilities that I think we all have, no matter where we come from or when we live.
Yeah, it's really amazing how these stories transcend time and culture.
It is.
So, okay, let's just jump into this. So imagine this. We have a poor couple. They're deeply in love. They're living a simple but happy life.
Okay, sounds idyllic so far.
It does, right?
Yeah.
But of course, there's always a but.
There's always a but.
And in this case, the but is a wealthy, handsome neighbor who becomes infatuated with the wife.
Oh.
But this is not just a simple love at first sight scenario.
Yeah.
This is something a little bit more...
Sinister.
Sinister, yeah. He has an agenda.
Oh, he does.
And it's not just about stealing the wife away.
Oh.
It's about something else.
Okay. I'm intrigued.
Yeah, so he starts undermining the husband's love in really subtle ways.
Oh, so he's manipulative.
Yeah, he is. He's very manipulative.
This isn't just like a materialistic guy.
Right.
He's really got, I don't know, he's playing some mind games here.
Yeah, he's a master manipulator.
Wow.
And what I find so interesting is how he preys on very human insecurities.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he points out her simple clothes.
Yeah.
He says things like, oh, you know, if your husband really loved you, he would be showering you with extravagant gifts.
Oh, that's low.
Right.
That's really low.
But I mean, it's effective, though.
It is effective.
Sadly, it is.
And some people might say, oh, it's just clothes. Come on.
Yeah, but it's not.
But it's not.
It's about something deeper.
Much deeper.
What do you think's going on here?
Well, I think he's playing on her desire to feel validated by society.
Yeah.
And to maybe have a little bit of status anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
You know, nobody wants to feel like they're less than.
Right.
And he's using these material goods as a proxy for love and worth.
Yeah.
Which is really messed up.
It is.
But that's what he's doing.
Yeah, and it's an age-old tactic.
It is.
And it's incredibly effective.
Yeah, it's almost like he's weaponizing envy.
He is.
Like, wow.
So how does the wife react to this?
Well, predictably, she starts to crave what she doesn't have.
Mm-hmm.
Her focus shifts from the genuine love that she has with her husband to the things that she's lacking, the material possessions.
Yeah, and this is where the story, I think it's really, really interesting because it reveals how easy it is for outside influences to change our perception of happiness.
Oh, absolutely.
You know? And then, of course, we have the husband who's caught in the middle of all of this.
Oh, the poor husband.
He adores his wife. He wants her to be happy, but he doesn't have the resources to compete with Mr. Moneybags over here.
Yeah.
So it's heartbreaking because he's forced to make these really difficult choices.
Yeah, like what should he do?
Right. Should he compromise his values to satisfy his wife's desires?
Yeah, right. Should he go into debt to prove his love?
Yes.
And all these questions that he's wrestling with.
Yeah. I mean, do you think, was she truly happy at the start?
Oh, is it the question?
Or was there already sort of this vulnerability to temptation lurking beneath the surface?
I think that's a really interesting question.
Yeah.
And it makes you wonder about the nature of contentment.
Yeah.
Like, was her happiness genuine or was it fragile? Was it easily shattered by just, this new shiny possibility?
Right.
I don't know. The story doesn't explicitly tell us, but it certainly invites us to consider it.
It does.
Yeah.
Think about it.
So what does the husband do?
What does he do?
He decides to prove his love the only way he knows how, hard work and sacrifice.
Oh.
He works tirelessly and eventually earns enough to buy his wife a beautiful new dress.
Oh, wow. So he's really stepping up.
He is.
Okay.
And I think this is a powerful testament to his character.
I agree.
He doesn't give in to the pressure to play the neighbor's game.
Right.
His love is rooted in something much deeper, something that transcends material possessions.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's really beautiful.
And you'd think that would be the end of it, right?
Problem solved, happily ever after.
Right, but no, this is just the beginning.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. Well, the new dress works.
Oh, good.
for a while.
Okay.
The wife is touched by her husband's gesture. But,
the neighbor, he's not going to give up.
He doesn't give up so easily, right? He's got to prove something. Yeah, he's got to prove.
I think.
Yeah, he's got something to prove.
So what does he do?
What's he do?
Well, he raises the stakes.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Here we go.
He dangles something new.
Okay.
Gold jewelry.
Wow.
And again, he frames it as the ultimate proof of love.
Of course he does.
Classic. A real man would adorn his wife with gold.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
he's going through the levels of a video game.
He is.
Yeah. What's the next level?
Right. And I'm fascinated by how this story uses these increasingly valuable gifts to symbolize the escalating nature of desire itself.
Yeah, it's like a cautionary tale.
It is.
About how, chasing external validation just leads us down this never-ending path of wanting more and never being satisfied.
Yeah, you would think at this point the wife would see through his manipulation.
Right.
But she's hooked.
Oh, no.
Now she's craving gold.
Oh, boy.
She's convinced that that's what true love looks like.
It really highlights the danger of comparison, doesn't it?
It does.
When we base our happiness on what other people have, we're setting ourselves up for disappointment.
Yeah.
It's a recipe for just perpetual dissatisfaction.
So what does the poor husband do?
Right.
I mean, he's already pushed to his limits.
He can't just conjure up gold.
Right. He can't just pull gold out of thin air.
Yeah.
He's in a real bind.
He is. What does he do?
Well, here's where the story, I think, takes an interesting turn.
Okay.
He turns to his brother for help.
Yeah.
He borrows money from his brother.
Right.
Promising to repay the debt through hard labor.
Wow.
Talk about commitment.
Yeah, he's really going above and beyond.
He is.
Okay.
And it just really highlights the contrast between the neighbor's shallow displays of affection and his genuine selflessness.
I mean, the neighbor is all about material possessions.
Right.
But the husband is like, I'm going to work my butt off.
Yeah.
To show you how much I love you.
Yeah. He gets the jewelry.
Okay.
The wife is delighted.
Yeah.
But you can feel the tension building. Like we all know.
I don't think this is over.
It isn't going to last.
No, I think the neighbor's got one more trick up his sleeve.
Well, the neighbor, realizing that he's losing his grip on this situation, pulls out his trump card.
What's that?
He introduces the concept of miracles.
Miracles.
I know.
Okay, how do you top gold jewelry with a miracle?
How do you top gold jewelry with a miracle?
Right.
And he claims that true love is capable of producing miracles.
Wow. What
a manipulation.
It's so manipulative.
It is.
But it's brilliant.
Yeah.
He's shifting the playing field from the material to the supernatural.
It's like he's moving it into a whole other realm.
He is. Yeah. Something the husband just can't compete with.
Right.
On a worldly level.
You can't compete with miracles. Right. And the wife has already been primed to believe that grand gestures equal love.
Exactly.
So she turns to her husband, expecting him to manifest a miracle.
Oh, boy.
I mean, how do you respond to that?
Our guy.
I know.
What's he going to do?
So does the husband whip out a magic wand and poof a miracle into existence?
I don't know, does he?
No?
No.
But something magical does happen.
Right.
Remember, this is a folk tale.
Right.
And folk tales have a way of intervening with a touch of the extraordinary.
Okay, I'm listening.
So as the husband is toiling away in his brother's field, burdened by worry and debt, he has a chance encounter with a wizard.
A wizard? Hold on a second.
I know.
This is getting good.
So,
is this wizard going to give him a money-making wish?
I don't know.
Or turn the neighbor into a toad?
I don't know.
I don't know what's going to happen.
Well, the wizard offers him a more subtle form of magic.
Oh, okay.
He gives the husband 2 simple sticks.
2 sticks.
One has the power to transform a person into a donkey. And the other reverses the spell.
Okay, hold on. So we've gone from gold to magical sticks.
I know.
This is a wild ride.
What does he do with this newfound power?
Yeah, what does he do?
Does he immediately seek revenge on the neighbor?
I hope so.
Well,
does he?
This is where we see the true depth of his character.
Oh, okay.
He could easily use the stick to punish the neighbor.
Yeah.
But he doesn't.
Oh, he doesn't?
What does he do?
I'm dying to know.
He makes an unexpected choice.
Okay.
He gives the transforming stick to his wife.
He gives it to his wife.
He gives it to his wife.
Why would he do that?
Why would he do that?
I mean, this is the woman who was swayed by the neighbor.
Right. But remember, she's the one who's been swayed by the neighbor's manipulation.
Yeah.
She's the one caught up in the allure of material wealth and miracles.
Yeah.
And by giving her the stick, he's giving her the agency to choose her own path.
Okay.
And to decide what truly matters to her.
I see.
So what does she do?
What does she do?
Does she turn the neighbor into a donkey?
Well, I hope so.
I bet you can guess what happens next.
Yeah, I think so.
She turns the neighbor into a donkey.
Of course she does.
But I think there's something more to it than just revenge.
Definitely.
You know, she's working alongside her husband now.
Right.
And she's using the transformed neighbor to help ease their burdens.
It's a real twist of irony, isn't it?
It is.
All the things that the neighbor used to tempt her with,
right,
his wealth and status, they become the tools to improve the life that he tried to disrupt.
Yeah, it's like she's taking back her power.
She is.
Sure.
She's turning the tables on him.
And she's not a passive recipient of gifts anymore.
Right.
She's actively shaping her own destiny.
That's a really important point.
So what happens to Donkey Neighbor?
Right. What happens to him?
Does he spend the rest of his days hauling hay?
Yeah. Does he learn humility?
Well, the story doesn't go into the specifics of his donkey days.
Okay.
But we know that he eventually returns to human form.
Okay, so he's not stuck as a donkey forever.
No.
Okay.
The wife, having learned her lesson, uses the second stick to reverse the spell.
Okay, good.
And I love that she has the power to do that.
Me too. It shows that she has agency.
Yeah.
She makes mistakes. She learns from them.
Right.
And she chooses her own path.
Yeah, she's not a damsel in distress.
Exactly.
So how does the neighbor react to all of this?
Yeah. Is he humbled by the experience?
Does he apologize for his behavior?
Yeah.
Well, the story doesn't explicitly state that.
Okay.
But I think we can infer that he's been stripped of his arrogance.
Yeah.
You know, he's experienced the world from a completely different perspective.
Wait, literally. He had to walk in someone else's shoes.
And he was forced to rely on the very people he tried to exploit.
Wow.
That's a powerful lesson.
It is.
In humility.
So this folktale, I mean, it really is packed with so many layers.
It is.
Love, temptation.
Forgiveness.
The consequences of our choices.
And it leaves us with so much to think about.
It really does.
What does it really mean to love someone?
Yeah.
What are the dangers of valuing possessions over connection?
Right. How do we resist comparing ourselves to others?
Especially in a world that's, you know, constantly bombarding us with these perfect lives.
Especially on social media.
Exactly. Like you said earlier.
Yeah.
This neighbor would be on Instagram.
Totally.
Flaunting his wealth and experiences.
Trying to spark envy in others.
It's a modern twist on an age-old tactic.
But the psychology is the same.
It is.
I think we're all susceptible to it. To, you know, those feelings of inadequacy.
Yeah.
The yearning for more.
But I think the key is to recognize it.
Yeah.
You know, to question the narratives that fuel it.
Right. And define our own measures of success and happiness.
Wow, this has been such an eye-opening deep dive.
It has.
You know, we started with this simple folktale.
Yeah.
And we've ended up talking about human nature.
Yeah. The challenges we face in a world obsessed with material wealth.
What a journey.
It really is. It just goes to show that even the most ancient stories have this timeless wisdom. And these simple narratives really can spark profound reflection.
Well said. And to our listener,
yeah,
we hope this deep dive has given you something to chew on.
Something to think about.
Have you ever felt that sting of comparison?
Yeah.
Have you ever questioned your own happiness based on what you see others achieving? We encourage you to share your thoughts.
Yeah. Your own interpretations of the story.
And until next time, happy exploring.